Welcome to the next meeting of the present meeting of the Second Take Sports Show,
Right.
sponsored under the CEN Education Network. I'm your host, Ronnie Roberts, the the maestro, Rashaki Maskani, who allows us to come on this platform to have this sports concept type talk show is again lauded and applauded for his efforts to reach the community in educational ways, cultural ways, sports ways, and just ways of life, period. What a great effort he makes to do this on a weekly basis, and he has done this for a number of years now. My admiration for him for such effort and such dedication is just never ending, but I'll leave it at that. Those who know his Rashaki know what a committed and serious figure he is as far as spreading wealth, which is spreading knowledge, black knowledge. Um, I'm going to segue right into there's been some big trades in the National Football League. The upcoming draft is coming, but nothing notable. Another Super Bowl MVP got traded, and that's happened before. And it's all about money when that happens usually, which controls the game. Been a few notable exceptions, some trades and some pickups, but nothing is just really major blockbuster that'll change the dynamic of who may or may not win the championship. Maybe Kyler Murray, Heisman Trophy winner from Oklahoma. I think he will definitely make a difference in Minnesota with those all-world receivers they have, and they have a good defense, but they still will be some formidable challenges right now on the division, i.e. the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. So, as well as the Packers. So that's just makes that division even stronger. Segueing on to high school basketball, the state championships here in Oklahoma were just completed. My alma mater, Langston, has advanced to a Sweet 16 type level in the NAIA or NCAA 2A or 3A, whatever they are. And the local high school here that Port's wife and my lady Pat taught at Millwood won I don't know how many championships in a row. They're the best team in the state, probably in my mind. They tore up Booker T and Douglas. Did they ever play Norman North that you don't know of, Port?
Did they
Who
ever
won
play?
in 6A?
Did you say did they ever play them?
Yeah, did they play Norman North?
I don't think so, but
I
I'm
don't
not.
know how they could have beat them if they couldn't, because they just I mean they mopped the floor with Douglas and Booker T at their places.
Really?
Oh yeah, beat them
What?
both by 20 points.
I haven't been keeping up. I must admit.
I'm not real big on high school basketball because
No.
I don't go to the games, but yeah, I read about it and the local kids. But Rashki, I went to one of my first games in shit, I don't know, probably 25 years with him. Um, Seeing a young man that's now in Langston, Terrence. But high school basketball is
It's Terrence's
amazing.
son. It's
Millwood, a
Jaden.
big school, can
Hey,
just conquer
Ronnie.
these giants.
Ronnie.
But there's talent.
Ronnie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It was Terrence's son, Jaden
Hmm.
Williams, and Terrence told me that Langston, I mean not Langston, but Douglas lost in the championship, state
They did.
championship.
They did.
Yeah, yeah. So they didn't play Millwood in the state championship,
They
right?
lost it. No, Millwood won their division. Millwood's in 3A. Douglas is in 4A. Millwood lost to Tulsa Cassia Hall, which is coached by Lee Mayberry, a guy I knew from Tulsa. He played at Tulsa Rogers, played at Arkansas, and then he played in the league for several teams, most notably the Milwaukee Bucks. Heck of a player, but now he's coaching at Cassia Hall in Tulsa. So
Is that the team that beat Douglas in the
that's the
state
team that beat
championship?
Douglas. Yes.
Okay, and Millwood won state.
Millwood won their division. Millwood's
Okay.
always been in the lower division than Douglas and Tulsa, Washington, the two black powers here in the state. And Millwood beat both of them this year on their floors, handedly.
No. So that means that how many champions? It was between Tulsa, Washington, and Millwood.
Millwood got more now. They must
Yeah,
have. I think they have one more at
at
least.
least one more, maybe two. Because this is Millwood won it last year, didn't they? So 2 years in a row for them. So yeah, and I don't think Tulsa, Washington. I know they didn't win it this year.
No, they didn't.
And what about last year?
They did.
They did. Okay.
No, year before last they won.
Okay, a year before. Okay.
Yeah.
So Millwood should still be up in terms of.
Oh yeah, they are. They are.
It was at 19 or 20, something like that. Champion.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. And they do it with little bitty dudes. I mean, they're not going to the league. These
But
cats are not
the
going to the
interesting
league.
thing this year though was and I didn't know this, they did it with, they got had a white boy on the team.
Yeah, Tulsa Washington had a white boy starting. Their postman.
Oh, Tulsa, what about
Booker
Millwood?
T. Booker T had a white boy starting. He was pretty decent too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, what about
Basketball
the guy?
talent is basketball talent. If you can play, you can play.
You know anything about the white guy that plays with Millwood?
I don't know anything about any of these. I don't know anything about any of these kids. I couldn't name you a kid on either of the three teams.
Right.
I'm just not. I mean, I just keep up with the teams per se. I was a little more interested in Douglas this last year because of Jaden. You know, when you meet a kid, know a kid, and you go see him play.
Right.
And then I went with Block or Larry Jeffries. I went with him a couple times, 2 games at Putnam City North where his son was. I'm not certain his son is still there because he won 3 championships in Millwood. But be that as it may, segueing on into the college game, now the Final Four, the NCAA tournament is here. When this is a great time of year for if you're a basketball fan. We're even having a game here in Paycom. Did you realize that we were having games here? I'm not going. The only really good team that's coming here is Houston, and they're favored to win this bracket. But they do have a regional here in Tulsa.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
City. Yeah, but I guess the 4 number 1 seeds are Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and was it Florida? No, it couldn't be Florida. Are you aware, Rashaki? I know you're a big college basketball fan.
Well, not necessarily. I just watch the NCAAs.
Yeah, well, me too. The NCAA is my thing. The number 1s are Duke, Arizona, Florida, and Michigan. Yeah.
I got a pick for I don't know if I have but I have a pick for the win it all.
What's your pick?
I got Arizona. Then in my
Several
second I
dudes
got
said Arizona today on TV. Two of the commentators said Arizona. Of course, Richard Jefferson is going to say Arizona, being Arizona grad and national champion.
Arizona starting 3 freshmen.
I know. Yeah, I'm familiar with the guys on that program because of my partner Tito and Nico, and I seen one of the guards play live here at Oklahoma State last year.
Now,
The one who hit that game-winning shot in the Big 12 tournament. I saw him, shook his hand. Saw Carter Bryant, who's now with San Antonio.
I did 2 brackets.
Mm-hmm.
When you fill in the brackets. And on my second one I got Duke winning it. But I got Duke and Arizona championship.
It's hard for me to go against Duke. They just 2 starting NBA players. I mean,
If you look at the brackets though, Duke looks as though they have a hard way to go. There are a lot of good teams in that bracket that Duke is in.
A lot of good teams, and they beat most of them.
Yeah, this is true.
That's the thing. And same thing with Arizona. Same thing with Michigan.
Yeah,
They beat most of those good teams in those brackets and the teams in the other brackets.
yeah, and you know, Duke is missing 2 starters right now.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right. Talking about missing starters, that's one of the keys of great teams, and you can miss a starter and still just keep rolling.
yeah. Well, it's been proven. I can't disagree.
Man, it's just I've never seen it, and I've been watching basketball a long time.
Yeah,
I've never seen any team, any great team in my life, lose a key player, your number 2 player, and still thrive. I mean, it's like they're not even fucking missing a beat. I mean, if not for the San Antonio defeats, wouldn't it even be any talk about what's going on. I think Brian Windhorst put it best the other day. A couple of days ago, he said, everybody's anointing San Antonio right now to win it all because of Wembanyama, and I want to go into that a little bit as well. What about this team that's been playing all year without its second best player, third best player, sometimes fourth best player, and just hadn't missed a beat, other than the stumbles against the Spurs? And he says it's just hating on Oklahoma City. The teams are hating on Shea because of the fact he's clearly this year the best player in the league. No, let me take that back. Shea is the most valuable player in the league, and I think he'll win his second. I'm pretty sure of that. The best player in the league, in my opinion, bar none, has always, for the last 5 years, probably, has been Jokic. Anybody disagree with that?
I don't agree, but I can't disagree because I haven't watched it like that.
But you've
Be
watched
able
enough
to
of
have
him.
a defense. But how can you be the best player and you losing this much? I don't. Well, I can't say that either. But I don't know. I can't say that. But you watch it all the time.
Well, Allen Iverson
I would
AI
say
won
shot.
a AI won an MVP on a team that got bounced in the first round.
Who?
Allen
Allen
Iverson.
Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, AI. He
Well,
won
he
MVP.
wasn't ever the best player.
No, no, no. The MVP is not the best player, but it oftentimes is.
Well, I tell
Oftentimes
you,
is. Like
the
Shea
way.
won the MVP last year, but Jokic was the consensus best player in the league. The
Well,
difference between
okay.
them is not enough to shake a stick at. Right now, the way they're playing, Shea is the MVP, but the best player in the league to me is clear. Beyond a
Well,
shadow of doubt. And it ain't Jokic
I
and
would
it ain't
I
Shea.
would take I would take Shea over him, but
Oh, right.
like I
This year
said,
for sure.
you watch it more, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this year
let
for
you roll
sure.
with that.
But not, this is the first year I would say that. Even last year when Shea won the MVP, and it was still a consensus among all basketball experts, including myself, who I'm not going to say that I'm a basketball expert, but I know what the hell is going on. All of the pundits clearly said Jokic has been the best player for the last 4 or 5 years. Clearly, the one year that it was in doubt was.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Was Manu Ginobili ever the best player in the world?
Never.
Was he ever the best player?
No, he wasn't even. He was barely in the top 10.
Well,
His
I'll
whole
tell
career.
you, he won. I think he won the Olympics. They won.
Never
San
won the
Antonio won the
Olympics. He
championship.
never won the Olympics.
Well, it was in the
United
World
States has
Games.
won all those Olympics except the one Russia stole. He never won.
I'm saying,
but Argentina got to the finals a couple of times with him.
Argentina won the World Games then, or something. They
They won the World Cup.
They won one. He won, and he was on all those teams. He won the NBA championship and he won the World Championship. So I considered him the best player in the world that year.
He wasn't even the best player on his own team. What about Tim Duncan?
Well, I'm just saying.
What about Tony Parker?
He was the main guy.
What about
that
Kawhi
did
Leonard?
it on. He
was
outplayed
never
them
the
all.
best player.
I'm telling you, he outplayed
He
them.
didn't start most of the time.
Well, Ginobili?
They had some
He
good
didn't.
players on that team.
Well, I'm
He
telling
was a
you.
sixth man for most of his career.
Well, Ginobili was Captain Caveman. They won the championship and he won the World Games. It was him that won it.
Sixth man, that's not a slight for sixth man, because John Havlicek was a sixth man with the Celtics for many, many years. And he's definitely
I'm just saying, if we expanding this to the world, I saw Ginobili outplay everybody that year. Everybody.
Okay.
I did. I saw that with my own
eyes. I'm a huge Manu fan. Huge.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I saw him doing
everybody
on the world stage, but I saw him doing it on the NBA stage. And just like Michael Jordan said the other day on this little interview, did you guys catch that?
I caught a clip.
No.
Yeah, well, yeah, you saw it. He said, as far as Olympics is concerned, we still have the best players and we should win. Does that mean we will win? No, because there's a monster developing in my mind that's already the best player in the league. And he's not even close to what he's going to be.
There he is.
You talking about Wemby?
I think that right now, if he can stay on the floor for 65 games a year, he'll be the best player ever, based on what I see right now. Yes.
Well, shoot, he right next to the rim.
Doesn't matter, because he'd be in the league. He'd be in the league, Rashaki, at 6'5" with his skill set.
Oh, I ain't saying he ain't skilled, but I'm saying he has a clear advantage if you have those type of skills and you 10 foot like the goal. So
but we've had guys as tall as him
that's
before.
an advantage.
and they were not merely. He's the first guy over 7'4" that's really been successful.
No,
but
extended period.
Well, they do say that the more you can handle the ball, the more you can go anywhere you want on the court.
And he can go anywhere he wants. He's like a KD with 6 inches. And that's unthoughtable. And the greatest pure scorer ever, and with 6 inches. I mean, for that guy to make 6 jump shots, 6 3-pointers in the game, and not blocks, 6 shots, 6 3-pointers, and then altered probably another 10 to 12 shots. I mean, guys run down into the lane, 6'11" centers, and kick it out. His defense on the court is like Prime used to do. Prime used to take whole one half of the field when he was playing with Dallas, and then everybody else would just do what they do. Prime would have one whole side of the field. He got his man everywhere he go. And everybody else plays zone and a combination zone scheme with some man. This guy around the rim?
He's right next to the rim. So he has a clear advantage. Clear advantage. He got the skills, and he's the tallest thing ever. So
Rigo's saying, what he's saying is the only thing that's going to stop him is him hitting his head on the rim.
Or health. Health would be the only thing that's
I'd agree.
Because let me tell you something. He's going to pick up 20 pounds more of muscle, and he's already having his way in the paint because he's a lot stronger than he looks, just like Chet is. The thing about him and Chet, they skinny as hell, but they play with force. And that's the key. They play with serious force. They're not afraid of the contact. They're not. They will get physical with you. And those arms and those elbows are lethal weapons, man. I'm trying this guy, and I'm just trying not to overreact when you see what he does. But every time I watch him, and I've seen him play 25 times this year at least. I've watched him. I see something new every night. Something new, something different that's not supposed to be done by a guy like that. And they say he's 7'5", and he stands up notably noticeably taller than Chet, noticeably taller than Ihart. He's noticeably taller than 7-footers. I guess it's like, Rigo, Rashaki is 6'4", and say Tito is 5'11", so it's about the difference between you and him. But it looks a lot more. He looks a lot taller than 7'5". And anybody that lists him at 7'4" is drunk. They blind. They can't see. and here's another reality about this cat. Nobody really knows how tall he is because he doesn't give up any measurements. He just says, I'm taller than everybody else and deal with it. But they had him on TV yesterday and they said, what's your goal? You're trying to get to 65 games. He said, the defensive player of the year is okay, but I want to be MVP.
Right.
He's already moved ahead up into third or second ahead of Jokic. And man, he should be there. Because he makes that team, any team he would be on is he would make the Lakers win. You put him on the Lakers? Jesus Christ, can you imagine what they would be like with Luka and AR out there at the guard? Because that way, you got somebody that could cover up the fact that they can't even spell defense, let alone play it. But, I mean, he could cover for every error they ever make around the rim, plus free them up with the outside shooting. He would make any top 10 team a champion. I'm not. And my caveat to that is I don't think they're ready this year. They'll need one more year, but after this year, I expect him to be MVP and DPOY for about 4 or 5 in a row, unless he get hurt. Because no one else on the horizon, no one in the league is even close to what he does. My take on it is you can't even think about trying to guard him with a center. Put somebody like Lou Dort on him. All the teams are not essentially playing him with smaller guys. He'll just destroy your post, man. I mean, he has no chance. Chet can't function against him.
Oh, no.
I mean, he just kills your starting center. Jokic just said yesterday, he says, I'm so glad I'll be retired before he comes into his own, but I might need to hurry up and retire. And this boy ain't no joke, man. I'm trying to tell you. I've seen all the great ones. Jabbar, Chamberlain, his floor game.
Oh, yeah.
His floor game.
I've never seen a guy that tall. It's not so much that he can get to where he wants to be.
Exactly.
Quicker than any big man I've ever seen.
Gets to where he wants, gets to his spot. But the whole floor is his spot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any spots. That's the thing. Most guys try to get to their left hand or their right hand. He doesn't have any spots. Yeah. The entire court is his spot. Rick, tell me I'm wrong.
You're absolutely right. I mean, he's so long. I don't even think a good defensive guard could really stay in front of him.
No.
And like you said, a center really can't stay with him.
You're wasting your center.
You're right. A center has no chance.
No chance.
Right.
I mean, no chance. None of them, man, because he just destroys them. They're going to foul out, and he makes them look stupid. And nobody 7 foot wants to have their stuff coming back at him. He has Chet looking for him. Everybody's looking for him. You catch the ball down in the paint, your first move is to go to the rack, not with him on the floor. Your first, get that ball out of there. so somebody could shoot a jump shot. Now, if you're over in the corner and he's on your side of the rim, he can come and get your J. I've seen him do it on more than one occasion. That's sick. That's really sick ability.
Well,
and
like I was saying, he puts everybody at a disadvantage because he's just next to the rim. It's right next to the rim.
Yeah,
now,
but I mean, when you're shooting 6 threes, that ain't got nothing to do with the rim.
Yeah, but if you can't guard that too much either.
Right? Because he can shoot over top of everybody in the league.
If he shoot a jump shot, he gonna be so much weight. You're gonna be still a jump, and you still be at his stomach.
Yeah.
So
your best.
Hey, they need to. They may have to have a league for different heights because of people like that. Oh my God!
Yeah, I remember.
They need to have what they have that used to have 6'4" and under leagues.
Yeah.
They probably going to have to have a 6'5" and under pro team, and then 6'6" and up league.
Yeah. You remember the Chiefs? Robert Parrish, center for the Celtics.
Yeah.
He just said 2 days ago they're gonna have to rewrite the rules.
I think it may have to be. You may have to do something. It may have to be 2 different leagues because if you got people over 7 foot can do what guards can do. Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's like it's. But you know what? I want to take this in another direction right now, and I want to see what you guys think about this. And I haven't even heard what Steve Kerr said. He said there should be less games. Did you guys hear that?
we did.
Yeah,
I heard something about that.
We did. I have some thoughts on that too.
Okay, well, I want to get y'all take on it because I got a take on it.
My take is that's obvious that there should be less games, but the other side of that coin is professional sports is entertainment, not sports first. Entertainment is about the money. So if you're going to take, say, 10 games away, 10 out of 82, that's 1/8. That means 12.5% of your salary got to go down. Ain't nobody taking no pay cuts. Ain't going to happen. And the league owners, to give up 10% of their revenue, which is into the billions, ain't going to happen. So we can just start discussing something else because that's never going to happen. It's awesome. You know, they talked about it in baseball. When baseball went up from 154 to 162 games, the players all voted it down. The owner said, "We running this. We paying y'all. We'll pay it for 154 games, but we're going to a 162 game schedule." That's what the billionaire said. And no more conversation. The league owners will never buy that, so he's wasting his time. Right. That's my take on it. But it's an obvious improvement. But, you know, it's just not feasible to take games away.
Yeah, well, as usual, money wins.
Money always wins.
It trumps it's always trumps.
Yeah, it always wins.
Yeah. So that's why the conversation concerning that is real short.
Yep.
Anything that interferes with the money.
The players will be 1,000% into it. The coaches, the families.
Right.
Everybody, the front offices, but the owners, no. And those who pay the bills, those with the gold make the rules. So that conversation is just null and void.
No.
Yeah. I say, I mean, the NBA has been playing 82 games for how long?
Forever.
I mean, I say let it go.
Yeah. How do you? All records would be demolished.
Yeah. And you know, part of sports is there's an endurance side of it.
Yes.
If you can
stay healthy.
If you can stay healthy and endure, then I mean you probably very well deserve to be in the championship. you know, but you know I don't. I mean, I'm old school. I'm sure we're all fairly old school, and the changes in the sports, especially the exciting sports, the more active sports. I don't really care for the changes. Everything from the football, the field goal, the kickoff. I hate it. But with basketball, I say just keep the 82 games. I'd rather them not play zone anymore. Play a sort of zone. We'll go that way. I thought it was great back in when DJ and them won the championship. They weren't playing any zones or anything. So, you know, I don't really care for too many changes in what's been entertaining us for a long time.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take. A lot of old school guys feel just as you do. I'm kind of I could care less one way or another because I've always been of the mindset that we must deal with our present reality, and whatever our present reality is, we may not like it, but it is what it is. It's what we're going to see and what we're going to get. Steve Kerr again had an interesting take about that, and they were interviewing him on Basketcast on the NBA channel, and they asked him, "Do you think there's too many threes being shot in the NBA?" He says, "Well, I was a three-point shooter back in my day, and I never shot more than 3 or 4 a game. And now, I have 8 dudes that are taking 5 threes a game or more." So he says the game has evolved. The rules have changed. The league wants it. The league, back in Magic's day and Bird's day, they saved the league because it was teetering badly financially because America wasn't buying in. Basically, white America wasn't buying in to the NBA simply because it was an obviously black-dominated league that was full of cocaine.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just the reality.
Yeah.
Cocaine albums, Rolls Royce driving, fur coat pimp wearing. It was insane. But you give these guys that type visibility, that type money, they're gonna naturally gravitate to something like that. But our whole American society was immersed in cocaine.
I'm for anything that doesn't, I don't want to slow anything down.
Yeah. Evolution.
Right. I mean, I can't, how many things do you want? And if it weren't sports, you can't go back,
Can't go back.
you can't go back. That's the problem. And yeah, so I'll try just about anything because if it's not a good thing, it won't last anyway.
Mm-mm.
So
Well,
naturally, they're going to say, well, we need to do this and we need to do that. They've always said that. I don't know,
that's good thinking. Good thinking.
Right.
A prime example of that, Port, would be the fact that here in deep red Oklahoma, all 77 counties voted for Donald Trump. You and I get to witness 20 plus, 30 plus times a year 18,000 rabid white folks cheering for the Thunder, and about 300 or 400 of us.
Yeah.
And and what a culture shift, dude. And these 18,000 white folks, boy, they let them run away more than we do. They're fanatical about it, dude. They be getting painted up and they spend large amounts of money for those suites and those packages, and the people that sit right in front of me in them $1,000 seats, they had them little kids in there, man. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. And they so into that it's not even funny. And to me, that right there shows what this country can be if we bond over our common good, like this in entertainment, sports. It just shows what we could be as a people. Because in Paycom Center, dude, you got on some Thunder gear, you like one of the disciples. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And white people just be coming up to you, dapping you up, and go down there and do this. And I'm thinking, Jesus, man, they so into this, man. and they watching these black millionaires run around out there. Just getting off on these black millionaires. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, Jesus, this is America, spelled with 3 Ks. This is just an incredible sight. Something else I ran upon, and I was going to share this with you, Rashaki. I was walking around, and we got there Sunday at 10:30, so I had time to walk around. I didn't get my little walk in, so I walked around the Paycom 6 times, getting my steps in. And I noticed something that I guess I've been noticing for a long time. It's a cultural thing, and it's a sports thing, and it's mainly a basketball thing. I've seen more 6'5" and up white dudes that you ever see in the world. In fact, you see more tall people as fans. And and you can just tell by the way they walk, the ex-ball players, I saw 2 guys, 6'9", 6'10", had to be great big old white boys. I mean, but you could kind of see the way they walked. They were ex-players. I mean, you can tell. And I just say, I see all of these tall white guys. And usually places that I go to, almost every place I go to, I'm one of the tallest people in the place, and I'm just barely 6 feet.
Right.
In here, oh my goodness. I mean, but then again, there's a dearth of tall black guys. You see a few. And it gets right back to the economics of who can afford to pay those $100 to $1,000 ticket prices per night.
Right.
Yeah, those white guys have thrived, have gone into businesses, those ex-players didn't make it to the league and are doing better than some of us who got a cup of coffee in the league and come back trying to coach something like Lee Mayberry. Coach Cassia Hall and B. Douglas.
Man, I have visited Oklahoma back in the early 90s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I went to this club downtown Oklahoma City. And the guys in there made me look little. It was a popular club. I couldn't tell you the club name.
And dude,
it was black guys. I'm like, how do these people this big around here? And this was in Oklahoma City, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, and I'm talking about the club had to have a good 100-something people in there. And I tell you, the average height was about 6'5" or something. Big old brothers, man. I'm like, dang, man, look at all these big brothers in here.
I think that those that's when they had the shoes that were built up, real high. That was in style back then.
In the 90s, it was.
These brothers was big, man. And I think that they were probably college athletes or something and pros. I don't know. These dudes was huge, man.
Yeah.
Tall, football-looking dudes.
So many of them in Paycom, it's just not even funny, man. Everywhere you go, you see, and you see tall chicks too, because they play ball too. I mean, just really tall guys.
Right.
Really tall guys. But so, what y'all think about women, man? Y'all see him like I'm seeing?
What? Unstoppable.
If he can play 65, 70 games a year, he would be the king of basketball.
Yeah.
Wemby?
Mm-hmm. There's nobody even close to him.
Yeah. I say the only way you can probably do anything with him is to put some weight on him. But his defender putting some weight on him. I mean, of course, he's still going to be able to spin off and whatever, but if you put enough weight on him, make them legs fatigued, you might be able to do something with him.
When they played at Detroit, Jalen Dorn, who was 6'10" and like 260, was giving him a little bit of trouble, but when he wasn't particularly having a good game. So what he did with Dorn, and Dorn doesn't want to go too far out on the paint, just start shooting threes. If you're gonna mug him down low, you can't mug him out at the top of the key.
Right.
You got to do it down low. And if you're gonna mug him down there, you just go out to the circle and just start chunking threes. And you're gonna stand down in the goal and watch him do that. And that's when it's bad when you switch off a 4 or a 3 on him. He can shoot over him anytime he gets ready.
Right.
The way we do, we swarm him. We put 2 6'4" guys on him, literally. I mean, we got one playing off of him and one on him, all up in his jacket strap. Like we did Jokic. I mean, you have to put some, like Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins used to say, ask him, how do you check Kareem? He said, you got to lay some skin on him. Because he got too much skill in that shot. There's nothing you can do. When that shot leaves there,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
You can't alter it. You can't do nothing. You have to put some skin on it.
Yeah. If you give him too much spacing without touching him, I mean, that's just like practice shooting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just shoot over everybody.
Well, one thing he hasn't proven is that he is definitely a durable player. And we've got to hope that he is a player that can't play that hard for that long. That's the only chance we've got.
He's got a nutritionist. He got a dietitian. He got the whole works. He says he's getting his rest. He says, I'm just working on my body because if I get my body right, he actually knows that he's going to just tear this the league up. He's already aware of it.
Right.
He sees what he can do every night. And there's just not a single individual player that can do anything with it.
Mm.
Can you imagine what that must feel like for him?
Mm.
You know, Will had Russell, who he averaged 28 and 27 on for his career. He has no peers. There's nobody in the National Basketball Association that can do anything with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Joel Embiid would be a healthy Joel Embiid would be the only one with a chance.
Mm. Right.
Embiid, the year he won the MVP, who was the best player in the world? Him healthy, because he can do all the stuff that Jokic can do and play defense. Of course, he can't pass like that, but he's a better rebounder, a better scorer,
Right.
a way better shooter, and a tremendous defensive player. But we haven't got 1.5 really good years out of Joel Embiid because he's a tremendous player. I mean, ranks right there with all of the great centers for when he was healthy. With the stuff that he can do, stuff he can do now on 2 bad knees when he occasionally plays, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing.
And you know what's funny? Back in the earlier in this era of basketball, a cat like Wemby, if he came in looking that slim, everybody would say he need to beef up, But that might give him that longevity that he might need to.
Not kind of. Chet Holmgren weighs 207.
Right.
And he's 7'1".
Yeah.
Now he's gonna mature. Him and Wendy, they'll pick up 20 more pounds, but that's all. It's like KD came in the league at 215. He's been 240 for the last 10 years. And it doesn't look like he's 240.
No.
Right.
But he's been 240 for the last 10 years. Steph came in the league at 165. He's 195, 200. Look at his arms.
Yeah. And when you got guys that long and you putting that wear and tear on them joints, sometimes they don't last that long.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But he might be a good size, like you were saying, Ronnie, maybe 20, 30 pounds at the most or whatever, you might be able to add. But yeah, actually them long joints, they You know, sometimes they don't flex. They don't. Well, sometimes they flex too much, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's probably why. What's the guy, the center that used to play with Greg Oden? You remember Greg Oden, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude could have been a beast himself. He was averaging. I mean, he was shooting like 61% from the field before he got injured, and blocking like 2.5 shots a game.
He was a beast.
He was a beast. But yeah, when you got that weight on those long limbs, sometimes it hurts you. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
no, he got hurt. He was hurt more than Embiid. I mean,
Yeah. See,
I don't think.
Kareem played at 225 for most of his career. You don't have to be that big
Right.
because that you got some added strength with that wiriness. You know, some skinny guys, man, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never saw him just getting rooted out of the post because
Yeah.
of their footwork. That's the thing that just kills me about him. His footwork is just so impeccable for a guy that size. He's got a great handle. Like you said, Rick, a cat like that with a handle,
Yeah.
he can get to wherever he wants to, whenever he wants to.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's unselfish, because he could really just take over right now.
Yeah.
He has the ability right now to put up 35 a night, easy.
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't win if he did that.
Right.
They wouldn't win. Because they got some really, really good players around him.
Mm-hmm.
Some really good players around him. They have a point guard like De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle, who's going to be an All-NBA player for sure.
Yeah, that guy is ruthless.
Devin Vassell, Kellen Johnson off the bench now.
Yeah.
Kellen Johnson be starting all over the league. All over the league. He's a bad, bad boy. They had to put Champagne in the starting lineup simply because they need the shooting. You got to surround his big butt with some shooting for it to work. So,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting in the playoffs because we're going to beat them.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat him.
We're going to beat them. And not only are we going to beat them, Rick, we want them. We want them. We want to beat them. Just like last year, we wanted Denver because we knew that Denver would be our toughest test. We knew that if we could beat Denver, we could. The East, please. Please.
Yeah, they're a
The East.
scary team. I
Well,
mean,
the interesting thing is, and you probably can figure that out. Depends on how we all finish, but is Denver gonna have to play Oklahoma City, or are they gonna have to play San Antonio? In other words, what I'm saying is which team from San Antonio or Oklahoma City will have to meet and beat Denver first?
Yeah. Or Minnesota, which is real beatable because Rudy Gobert is garbage at this point in his career.
I'm not worried about Minnesota.
I'm not worried about them either. And I'm not worried about Houston because I think Ime Udoka is one of the best coaches in the league. But if you know anything about basketball at all, guys, you would have done everything in your power to get a serviceable point guard in there. And they don't have one. And Reed Shepard is not a point guard. He can shoot the crap out the ball. He can't distribute.
Who is that?
which
Reed
team
Shepard.
is that?
Reed Shepard, the white boy from Kentucky. That was the third pick last year.
Yeah.
He's an excellent player. Can shoot it, and they need his outside shoot, but he's not a point guard. You have to have a point guard to function.
Where's the guy? The guy that used to be at Toronto.
Fred VanVleet's out for the year. He tore his ACL in training camp.
Oh, okay.
And then they try to make Amen Thompson a point guard. Of course, you're in the league and you're 6'6" and 6'7", you got to have handles. But you can't play in today's NBA. Half the guys we knew when we were coming up as kids, all of y'all, they couldn't have played in the league because they ain't got no handles.
Right.
You have to have a serious set. The handles we had when we played, not acceptable. We couldn't have got the ball up the court. Couldn't have got it up the court. Not against these guys that are bigger, stronger, faster, and have really good. Our handles were, but nobody's handles were like that. A few freaks. You had a few guys that could handle the ball like that, but now you got 6'9" dudes handling it better than any point guard you ever played with in your life.
Yeah.
KD handles the ball better than anybody you've ever been in the gym with, or ever seen, ever thought about playing with. KD does, and he's 7 feet.
Yeah, that was taboo back in the day. If you 6'9",
Yeah.
dribbling down the court.
Yeah, and the biggest difference in the league, and they talk about these guys that can't play. Old guys, are they insane? Are you crazy? You think that physicality wouldn't transfer? It's like take LeBron. You put LeBron with his skill set back in an earlier era, you don't think he'd have tore their ass up?
Yeah.
May have been even more successful than he is now in this era. You want to get physical with him?
Well, all I say is because of the competition level throughout the years, it pushed it to that. So you can't. It's like Jordan was saying. You can't really. You can't really compare that. It's not a comparable because it was a maturation of the game, evolution of the game.
Right.
Because just think if you back then you allowed big guys to work on their dribbling skills, it wasn't even allowed to. But it like you said earlier, Ronnie, it is what it is.
Yeah, back in Russell's, when Russell and them was winning the championship, do you know what the league shooting average was? 38%.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
And then you could
two-point shooting.
You couldn't account for all of those players that wasn't able to play. Just think, you probably had staples of black players back then. That was real good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it
absolutely.
Yeah, so many dynamics to this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And but you know what? We talk about great players. I ain't never seen nobody like Bo Jackson.
Me neither.
You see how Bo Jackson ran on that wall that one time? I ain't never seen nobody do that in sports. I know people could do it, but I ain't never seen it done, like he did. It's like, look at this dude. That dude ran the wall, man.
He
like
was
a cat or something.
Bo Jackson was like prime on steroids.
Right.
That's what he
like Jim Brown on steroids too. He just, I never seen nothing like that. He was an alien, man.
He certainly was. Guys, who was the only who in the NBA and the NFL have been Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player? Have there ever been any combos like that?
Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year and MVP. Has that ever happened?
In the same year?
Definitely happened in both leagues. But
in the same year?
Not in the same year. But yeah, the Rookie of the Year and MVP. There's only 2 of them in the NBA and 1 in the NFL.
Was LeBron ever there?
Nope. LeBron shouldn't even been the Rookie of the Year. He won it. It should have been Melo. He had better numbers across the board. Better team.
Rookie of the Year and MVP? Huh?
Yes.
What was it? Allen Iverson? No.
Oh hell no!
I have no idea.
Wilt was the first to do it.
Wilt.
He averaged 37 and 27.
Okay.
And the only other player to do it you would never guess was a 6'8" center with a giant afro.
Wes Unseld. Wes Unseld.
Wes Unseld. Wes Unseld.
Okay, what about NFL? Only one player?
The GOAT.
Huh?
The GOAT, the real GOAT. Not that white boy that throws the football. The real GOAT.
The real GOAT?
Mm-hmm. Greatest player ever in the National Football League.
Jim Brown?
Jim Brown.
Okay.
What about somebody like Walter Payton? He could have been one of the no.
Yeah, he was Sweetness was great. No question about it. In a league of his own. But Jim Brown was the only one to ever do it. Led the league in rushing 8 out of the 9 years he played. Retired. When he retired, he was the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want and he could have kept playing for years and years.
Oh, yeah. Same with Barry Sanders.
Playing with Barry, yeah.
Same with Barry Sanders. The greatest pure running back I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Jim Brown, the best player ever. But Barry Sanders, dude.
You know, one person I used to like to watch, even though I never seen him play in real life, I like to see some of his highlights, is Gale Sayers.
Gale Sayers is captain, and I met him at Oklahoma State in 1965 in the student union. Same size guy as I was. So, and first thing out of his mouth was, "So glad to see you cats. Y'all ain't gonna see much of me Saturday because I'm gonna wear y'all's ass out." He returned an open kickoff, 86 yards for a touchdown, and got 200 yards.
What's that? Say that again.
Gale Sayers.
What about him?
One of the great running backs ever.
No, I'm saying, what did he say? You met him in 65?
Yeah, in the union at Oklahoma State. We played Kansas on homecoming. He wrecked our homecoming. He tore it up. He returned
So what did he
kickoff.
say? He is glad to see you guys?
Yeah, he's glad to see y'all because all y'all gonna see is his back Saturday. He came up
He talked mess like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know,
I stand there in the student union, and I'm with 4 or 5 guys that played on the team. And, he was just ragging. I don't play. But, we all hung out with these guys, and they said, "Hey, man, y'all ain't going to see them on my back Saturday." And that's all man, it was incredible.
One interesting thing about Gale, though, is if he had been injured after 2000, when that surgery that he had,
would have saved his knee.
They can fix that now.
Yeah, they can fix that.
Yeah. He's been out about maybe 6 months, and he's been back playing. Then he had
so good that he didn't play but 6 seasons and was the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He was just so good. I mean, just so his moves. I'm telling you, he's my size.
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
He had that acceleration too, man. I just love
could stop him going down.
Yeah, I used to love seeing the highlights of him cutting back and then just turning on the accelerator, and
he'd make that one big step, and then he gone.
Yeah,
he just flat gone.
I was like, that's amazing right there.
Yeah,
totally amazing.
Yeah,
but at the same time, he played in an era where, the defensive backs weren't as good as they are now. They wouldn't have caught him anyway, but not today. I don't know.
And the thing about Gale, he wasn't no speed burner.
No.
Like a lot of great backs, once they got out in front of you, you weren't going to catch them.
Yeah, he had a long
He wasn't no speed demon. He didn't run nowhere like Bo Jackson and Prime. He wasn't no 4-3 guy. He was my 4-5.
Nah, he was.
And Brad Sanders was the same thing. Wasn't that fast? Yeah. 4-5, 4-6, 4-5. That's all they were running.
Right.
But boy, they got so much junk in the trunk, and from a cut, when they come out of that cut, man.
But they played back in that era. See, used to be, of course, a long time ago, they played both ways. But back, the best players were offensive players back then. When they got wise enough to know the only way we're going to stop them is start putting the best players.
Yeah.
On defensive, I'm just saying that's why you don't see as many long runs in the NFL now as you did back in the day. Because these guys now,
man, they can go.
the defensive backs they've got now can run.
No.
So that's why people want to wonder why don't we see those long runs we used to see back in the 70s? No, the defense, the guys that's running after them are a lot better athletes.
They can cut those angles down with that 4.4 and 4.3 speed.
Oh yeah. And you have a lot more guys that have 4.3 and 4.4 speed today.
Hit will light you up.
Right.
Oh yeah. Very, very physical. See that boy from St. John Bosco, Trent McDuffie, just got paid by the Rams.
Oh yeah, the defensive back from Kansas City.
They had to let him go. I mean, they so strapped salary cap wise, but he got paid.
He's from Bosco?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Tito knows the kid, knows his family, man. That boy is bad too, man.
Yeah.
But he got the money and got to come home. I know he's happy. And they got Jalen Watson, the other starting corner. They got both Kansas City corners for the Rams. And the Rams could have beat Seattle with some corners.
Yeah.
They could have.
That's what motivated them to do what they did.
Man, you can have all you need in football, boy. You don't have no corners.
Yeah, in today's game.
It's old for you. Ask Dallas. I mean, you can barbecue chicken without corners.
Yeah, Ronnie, I was going to piggyback on you when you were talking about the shooting percentage of the NBA back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the guy who's the logo of the NBA. I was looking at his shooting percentage back in the day. I think for a lifetime, as a matter of fact.
Jerry West?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was probably like at 38%.
I thought he was a little better than that. Because he was one of the more efficient players. But
right. That's why I'm surprised at that shooting percentage. Now I got that information from Pro Basketball Reference. So
no, that's wrong.
Is that wrong?
You could have told me anybody else, Rick, but not him. His career field goal percentage was 47.4.
Oh, was it?
Often exceeding that in his high volume seasons. A 6'2" guard playing and he played before the 3-point line existed and shot lots of threes. Lots of them. Yeah. 47.4.
So he's at 47.4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was to me, when I was growing up as a kid, he was the best white boy I'd ever seen in my life. Period. Yeah. Bar none. Yeah. Bar none. I thought that when I saw him in West Virginia in college. I said, I've never seen a white boy do what he's doing. Such an accurate shooter and shot from distance. Plus, he was a combo guard. He was a combo. He was kind of like Mike and Kobe could have played the point, but they scored too well. He was kind of like Iverson. He was forced to play the point because he was playing aside Elgin Baylor, a 6'5" forward who was averaging 14, 15 rebounds a game.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's one of the players to me that just doesn't get enough credit for being how great he was.
Right.
You talk about all the players in the league, there's not enough talking about Elgin Baylor.
Yeah.
Averaging 27 and 14. I mean, he was a monster at 6'5".
Yeah.
Right.
But he never won a championship, did he?
He won in his last year. The year he retired, and he didn't even play because he was injured.
Okay.
But he got a ring. But he didn't even play.
He was on the team.
Yeah. He never won one, no.
Okay.
No. But he was just tremendous. I mean, absolutely tremendous.
What wasn't him and Oscar kind of comparable?
He was different because he played with so much power and force.
He was a forward. He played up front.
He played a 3, but he was really a 4. Because I mean, he was a great defender, really good shooter. He did everything.
About 6'5".
That's all he ever was 6'5". But he was such a great rebounder. Yeah. At that size. And scoring 26, 27 points a game. Incredible player. Just absolutely so. Yeah, my thing has always been the great players in any era would excel in all eras.
Yeah.
The greats,
Right,
truly
right,
great players
right.
in any era would have excelled in any other era.
I think so. I agree with that.
Yeah, just the ones that were really, really, really good.
Yeah, right.
We had a ton of guys in the Hall of Fame with no left hand, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It worked back then. It just the game has evolved to the fact it wouldn't work now.
No.
Havlicek must be one of them.
Havlicek was tremendous, man.
Yeah.
He really was, man. I mean, in college at Ohio State, what a dynasty they had. He was just tremendous. He did everything you could ask for on a basketball court.
Yeah.
And he made the Hall of Fame as a sixth man. Now, he played starter minutes, but he very rarely started for Boston.
Back.
Very rarely, because they would always start Sam and Casey Jones.
Yeah.
And then Sat Sanders, and who was the other guy? And then the white boy, Tom Hyson, and then Russell. That was their starting lineup.
Yeah. But back in those days, a lot of teams only played, 7 guys, 8, 7, 8.
Oh yeah, they didn't go deep on their bench.
No.
They didn't go deep on their bench. And the greatest record of all to me that will never be set, because Wilson 100 points, women gonna get that. The greatest record ever in the NBA to me is Wilt averaging 48.5 minutes in one season.
How many minutes?
48.5.
Hmm.
And he did that because he played in 5 overtime games.
Yeah.
He averaged 48.5 minutes. Another great thing, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan played in 82 games 10 times.
Yeah. Well, that was his job, wasn't it?
Yeah, these guys nowadays, they miss too much.
Oh, man. Don't get me to start talking about that.
They miss too much.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan played 82 games when he was 40.
Another thing about that, some of these NBA players are prima donnas, man.
They're corporations. They're corporations. When you come, I met this kid Carter Brown with San Antonio last year at Oklahoma State when they came down here. He's a boy. He's a kid, and he's making $6 million a year. He's a kid. He didn't even know what to do with his money. He doesn't even have any concept of what to do with it, Rick.
Right.
No concept.
That could be a problem too.
It's the league vets all agents, even if they're your parents. They got to meet certain requirements. They won't let you get your money took. Now, you can give it away later, but I mean, as a rookie, on those rookie contracts, because even like Wemby is making maybe 12 or 13 million is all. I know Chet makes 11 or 12 million. That's all he's making. Those rookie contracts, they got you locked in for 3 years plus a 4th-year player option.
Yeah.
So they protect their kids' money now.
That's good. I heard something about that.
The league really has done a good job with that, man. And they've
good.
even made a rule now, and the rule was aimed at Clutch Sports. What's my man's name? LeBron's guy.
He's an agent.
Yeah. Clutch Sports. What's his name? They made a rule just against him that you have to have a degree to be an agent now.
Really?
Yeah. Rich Paul is his name.
Right. Yeah.
Rich Paul rule. You got.
Right.
He's grandfathered in, but in order to be an agent now, you got to have a degree.
One reason I mentioned the prima donnas is I got to put LeBron in this too. But even the other night when he dove for the ball, I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it.
And then next, he was rolling on the ground in pain. And I watch every WNBA game I watch, and those chicks take a hard fall or get hit, legitimately, and get hurt. They get right up.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is kind of sad.
No, but well, the difference is they're used to it.
Yeah.
Bron's not used to diving for the ball. That's why he got hurt.
But even the way he landed uh I mean he landed pretty soft if you ask me. But he could have been hurt. But even when those girls get hurt pretty good, of course they probably got a little more cushion than the men. But but they get right up. They
Yeah.
don't
Well, they're a
play.
lot younger.
Yeah, they are. And I'm not just talking about LeBron. I'm talking about some of the younger cats too.
Yeah, well,
It's almost like a dramatization more than
Oh, it is, man. What
a
they're
true
doing is
injury.
what
Yeah,
they're doing is they're lobbying for calls.
yeah,
That's all they're doing. They're lobbying for calls.
yeah.
And
Actually,
LeBron's been crying his whole career, and that just so takes away from greatness to me.
right,
Shut up, man, because they're not gonna give you. I mean, shut up and play ball.
right.
Just shut up and play, man.
It's part of the entertainment.
Yeah, but if you're so great, why are you always crying about fouls? And LeBron gave a classic answer to why he was always complaining. And it
Yeah,
was arrogance, but some of it's truth. He said, because I know what a foul is. I've been playing the game forever.
yeah.
And I know basketball. And he does know basketball. He says, I
yeah,
know when I'm being fouled. Well, but according to him, you fouling out every time he's going driving to the hoop, he's being fouled. But if they don't foul these guys some, what do you think would be going on? Why do you think they allow the arm bar that every great player in the game uses to push off?
yeah,
They put people in the seats to sell tickets. Offense sells tickets. It's like, asking Jerry West about Shea. He said, ain't nothing wrong with Shea. He's clever. He's playing within the rules. But everybody else in the league
yeah.
has the ability to do exactly what he does, but they can't pull it off because they don't have the skill set.
I will not then.
Who was that?
That was my Siri talking to me, man, on my phone. But yeah, it was pretty ironic, They want to call. They're just looking for something, a chink in our armor to bring us down, but that's okay. He's a good kid. He doesn't complain. He just goes out there and plays.
Who is this?
Shay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, does he get fouled? Does he get calls? Yeah, he does. But he a lot of times he ain't getting a call because of who he is and who he plays for.
But we're gonna say, well, they can do something about it.
Yep. Well, one last thing. I'm thinking about the First Take show. I'm thinking about those two clowns on there, Stephen A. Smith and Perk, talking about Jaylen Brown being the best two-way player in the game. And then Jaylen Brown came back and said, I'm the best human two-way player in the game. The best two-way player in the game is that alien Wemby. Well, he showed a little hubris there on the one hand, but on the other hand, who anointed him as the best two-way player in the damn game? Who said that he needs to be a candidate for the MVP? He is not a candidate for MVP, and he has not been 1 second this season. It's just pure madness to me how those two clowns want to talk about his two-way effect, what he's done for the Celtics, and he would be an MVP. And he's never even been in the top 5 as far as to projected winners.
Yeah, it's a story though.
It's a stupid story. I mean, it's just, and they talk with such an air of authority that it's just insane. It's just insane. I admit, I may be wrong. This is my opinion, but Jaylen Brown, MVP, what world existed that would happen?
Well, they'd have to win the championship.
they would, even if they win the championship, he has not had a better MVP is for the regular season, it's not for the playoffs.
Okay.
And they're not finna win the championship, number one. Number two, they're not even first in the East, the weak East.
Okay.
And number three, every time they come out here and play one of these good West teams, they get them knocked on their head and go back home.
Yeah.
But they want to push Jaylen Brown.
Well,
Nah,
you gotta
I-
have, but you gotta make controversy. That's
I
what
like
they do.
Jaylen Brown, man, as a player, as a man, and I particularly like his intellect.
Oh,
But he's he's antagonized the league. He should have been on the Olympic team. That was but his personality, he's like Zeke. He blackballed himself with his mouth. And it happens. It's politics. It's in all entertainment, sports, in all facets of the human condition, there's going to be politics.
oh yeah.
You know, just it goes back as far as the dream team. There's no way Isaiah Thomas should have not been on the dream team. No way.
Yeah.
He's the best point guard in the league that wasn't named Magic. And a champion.
Mm.
There's no way he should not have been on there. Should he have taken John Stockton's place? Probably not. But Chris Mullin or somebody would have to go. Or that white boy they had in there from college, that tall boy that they had. There's no way Isaiah Thomas should not have been on the Olympic team, but, well, Michael Jordan didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, it's controversy.
And then he denies it. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Such is life.
Yes, that's his life. That's the human condition.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean,
So, anything else, guys? Can we speak briefly about anything else, Rashaki?
I'm good.
Nope, I don't have anything else.
Can we speak? I want to join you guys Wednesday if I can. Is it going to be at the same time? Send me the link for Wednesday, would you, please, Rashaki?
Yes, you want to see that, right?
Huh?
It's right there, Ronnie.
All
You
right.
see it?
Reflections beneath the Buckeye trees.
Antoine Fisher. That's tomorrow.
And then Portwood, yeah. Okay, yeah. Got it.
Okay.
All right.
That's 6 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock our time.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right, I'm pretty much said my piece.
All right. Until we do this next time.
Okay.
All right.
Enjoy you
Portwood
guys
on
always.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Peace out.
Portwood.
Sure. Anytime.